Labour Party. Please, let's be seated. We have given notices to INEC, fixing the congresses for the election of delegates to the primaries for 1st of April, 2025. And we have graciously also fixed the date for the party primaries for 5th of April, 2025. So it will be the prerogative of this distinguished National Working Committee to look at all the issues surrounding the Anambra State governorship election, the candidates so far who have procured forms, the various committees that will oversee and superintend over the congresses as well as the primaries. I want to use this opportunity and privilege to once more reassure our members in Anambra State that, as is usual with the party, our primaries, our congresses will be free, fair, and credible. It has been our philosophy and the ideology of this party that we must do things differently, because you don't adopt a similar approach and expect a different result. If you must get a different result, it means that your approach must be different. Over the past few years, we have stated clearly that the reasons why we have challenges with governance is because political parties that had the privilege, that have the opportunity to produce leaders for the country, did not have party internal democracy. And therefore, for us, a Labour Party, it is our desire to do things differently, because we believe that it is only where there is internal party democracy, where there is competition, where people are allowed freely to compete, where there is no Godfatherism, where the process is not skewed to a particular candidate, that the best can emerge from such process. And we believe that once you have the best emerging from political parties, then of course, it means that you have the best hands that will handle the affairs of the country. I believe strongly that we've not had our best to handle the affairs of the country over the years. And that's why we have the challenges in governance that we have. And Labour Party is ready to change that trajectory. Labour Party is ready to change that narrative. And that's why we believe and hold to our dear heart that charity must begin at home. And therefore, we shall be looking at the process will be free, fair, and credible. And I want to give that assurance, not just to our party members in Anambra State, but also members of the general public. I want to conclude by stating clearly, because the rumor has been going around that Labour Party is working for APC. I wish to state it very clearly that Labour Party is independent of any other political party. We cannot have this beautiful house built with distinct ideology, distinct program, distinct philosophy, and you go and subsume it to the whims and caprices of another political party. Some of us have spent over 15 to 20, 23 years in this party. And we saw other political parties when they were better, when they were stronger, and we spent our youthful time building this one. And now that by the grace of God, it has become the beautiful bride in the country, we cannot afford to sacrifice it to the whims and caprices of any other political party. And I want to say very clearly that those who are carrying that rumor are those who feel that they have lost out in the power game that played out in the past. You will agree with me that some persons were determined to take over the leadership of the party through brute force, through legal means, through unconstitutional means. And by our training and by our culture, we are trained to resist irregularities. We are trained to resist unconstitutionality. And so we have resisted and we have taken our party back to ourselves, and I'm sure that the rumor is coming from that quarters. Let me use the opportunity. So let me use the opportunity to state it categorically and clearly that the Labour Party is strong, Labour Party is solid, and we are strategically positioned for effective performance in future engagement of the party.